The Bondservant Mark. While I worshipped during my personal time, I heard the hymn, An Old Rugged Cross. I saw a scene of Jesus carrying a cross to be crucified. I saw people throwing things at him and saying hurtful things. He seemed to keep saying, "Father, forgive them," under his breath. My attention was drawn to this repeated statement of his. Then I was shown a scene where someone offended one of us, and she kept saying, "If not that I'm now born again, if it had been the old me, I would have." I got the understanding that in carrying our crosses daily, we do not carry the mindset that it is an obligation, something you cross each day off the calendar as an achievement. Rather, we are to look to the cross in awe and cherish every experience we have with it, keeping our eyes on the crown we'll get and not expecting reward from men. This way, we will be transformed into his likeness. I was made to see the contrast of the two scenarios, and I heard that we should not speak that way, saying, "If it was the old me, or when I was in the world." It shows we have not fully let go of the past. Then I perceived an angel beside me, and he had a scroll. I stretched out my hands and received the scroll. And when I opened it, I saw, "It is written," as a heading. But the content of the scroll was a strange language. I had the impression it was an angelic language. Then I heard, "Strife, jealousy, envy, self-righteousness awaits." As I kept praying for understanding and interpretation of what was written in the scroll, the strange writings began to change to English. And I saw that these were various scriptures written out with extra notes that were like explanations of the scriptures. It was like these things, strife, envy, etc., were to be fought with the different scriptures given. I had the impression of hiding the Lord's words in our hearts. Then a demonic being appeared immediately after the angel left, and it looked really angry about the message from the angel. It snapped its fingers in a manner that would mean, "We shall see," and then left. I saw the Lord come in like a mighty lion. He stood by my bed. He lifted a paw. I heard 5 days. I think I also heard 5 years. The paw then turned fiery and he placed it on my head, and the space between my eyes and my ears were like a tribal mark. It was like it drove me crazy, like it was doing something to my mind. I blasted out in tongues as the imprint remained on my head. Then I heard, "The mark of the bondservant of Christ." He placed the paw on my right hand, the inside of my wrist. It burned and left an imprint. I got that we would determine whether the mark would remain or whether it would fade away. I heard again, "The mark of the bondservant of Christ." I was asked to open my mouth and oil was poured on my tongue. The oil looked fiery and was hot. It did something to my tongue. First, it seemed to expose this vine that was tied around my tongue. Then it burnt the vine off. I saw a golden harp given to me. Sister UNE, 29th December 2021. Copyright Gamwatch.